Welcome back, everyone, to English Podcast Time. I'm Mark, and as always, I'm here with the wonderful Deb.
Hey, everyone. It's so good to be back, and I'm particularly excited about today's topic, Mark. This is, episode 17 already. Time really flies when you're talking about English, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, Deb. And speaking of exciting topics, today we're diving deep into something that's really, I think, changing the game for so many language learners out there. We're talking about how ChatGPT can absolutely revolutionize your English fluency journey.
Yeah, it's such a common struggle, isn't it? People often hit those roadblocks like, I have no one to practice with, or my grammar just isn't sticking, or, I keep translating in my head. This episode, we're gonna tackle all of that, aren't we? With a little help from AI.
Absolutely. We're going to break down how this incredible tool can become your personalized tutor, your speaking partner, your grammar coach, even a confidence booster. And it's often right there for free. It's pretty wild when you think about it. So stick with us. We've got a lot of ground to cover.
Absolutely, Mark. And, when we talk about ChatGPT, it's not just another app or another textbook. It's really this advanced language tool, right? That's just, it's available 24 hours a day, speaks perfect English, answers any question you throw at it, corrects your mistakes, and here's the kicker, it never judges you.
Yeah, that non-judgmental aspect is huge, Deb. I think that's where so many people sort of get stuck with traditional learning environments, right? They're afraid to make mistakes. They're afraid to sound silly. ChatGPT just doesn't care. It just helps you.
Exactly, and it gives you personalized learning instantly, which is something you just don't get with a one-size-fits-all course. Think about it. This tool can effectively replace, your traditional learning resources like books, courses, apps, and even, dare I say, some classrooms.
Oh, I'd say so. It's like having your own private English tutor, really. You get a speaking partner, a grammar coach, a vocabulary trainer, even a confidence booster. And it's available whenever you need it.
Totally. It's even your daily motivation if you set it up that way. The key, as we're going to dive into, is really just using it smartly. Because if you do that, you unlock its full potential. And it's for free at home on your own time. What's not to love about that?
It's incredible how accessible it makes quality language practice. It levels the playing field, I think, for so many learners around the world who might not have access to native speakers or expensive tutors. It's right there at their fingertips.
Yeah. And you know what else is amazing about right there at their fingertips, Mark? It's the 24/7 availability and, its patience.
Oh, definitely. Unlike, a human tutor who might get tired or, have other commitments.
It never judges you. It listens even if you're speaking super broken English, right? And it corrects you, but it's always polite about it. And it waits, if you stop or restart a sentence.
That fosters such a fearless learning environment. That's priceless for confidence.
Totally. And then there's the personalized learning aspect. It's not just like a generic lesson. It gives you personalized learning instantly, which is wild.
It adapts to your exact level. It's not too easy, not too hard. It's perfectly designed for you, which, again, totally different from those one-size-fits-all English lessons we used to see everywhere.
Exactly. And it covers everything, doesn't it? All facets of language learning. So speaking, for example.
Oh, the speaking part is huge. The common hurdle is no one to practice with, right? ChatGPT just is that constant speaking partner.
Yeah, and then grammar. It's not just a sentence correction coach that fixes your sentence. It explains exactly what went wrong and why. And that explanation, Mark, that's the key to permanent improvement.
Absolutely. Understanding the why is crucial. And vocabulary too, Deb. It helps you grow vocabulary the right way. Not just rote memorization, but getting words in context, by topic, even personalized to your life.
Oh yeah, feeling the word, not just reading it. And it simulates real-life English practice so well through role-playing and scenario-based conversations.
It really prepares you for actual interactions.
And this is where I think it gets really revolutionary. It crucially helps learners transition from, translating English in their head to actually thinking directly in English.
Which is the ultimate goal, right? And all of this, it's at home for free on your own time. It's just unbeatable, truly.
Okay, so moving on to our first core strategy, which is all about making ChatGPT your personal speaking partner. I mean, this addresses such a huge problem for so many learners.
Oh, absolutely, Mark. It's like one of the biggest reasons people just fail to speak English is so simple. They have no one to practice with. ChatGPT completely obliterates that barrier.
Exactly. Think about it. You can just prompt it for a simple conversation. For beginners, you can say something like, let's have a simple English conversation. I'm a beginner. You ask me questions, I'll answer. Please correct my mistakes after each reply.
Yeah, and it'll just gently correct you. Instead of I good, it'll say, oh, you mean I'm good. And it does it in a way that doesn't make you feel silly,
Right, exactly. And for more advanced learners, you can even go for a casual conversation. Pretend you're my friend from the US. Let's talk in casual English about daily life. Correct me only if I make big grammar mistakes. That's brilliant for just getting that natural flow.
It really is. And I love the idea of controlled fluency for beginners too. Like asking it to ask me 5 questions in English one by one. Wait for my answer before asking the next. Correct my answer before going to the next question. That really helps you structure your thoughts.
That's so smart because it forces you to think on the spot, but still gives you that immediate feedback loop. The impact of all of this, Deb, it's just enormous. Your fear goes away, your mouth actually gets trained, and you learn real sentence patterns.
Totally. It's like your tongue and your brain, they start working together in English. And that leads to progress so much faster than just reading from a book or trying to find someone to chat with sometimes. It's always there, always ready.
That's so true. It's always there, always ready, which actually leads us perfectly into our next strategy, Dev, and that's using ChatGPT as your personal sentence corrector and explainer.
Oh, this is a game changer, Mark, truly. Because so many people struggle, right? They write a sentence and they know it's not quite right, but they don't know what's wrong with it or why it sounds unnatural. And that just leads to so much slow, frustrating progress.
Exactly. It's not just about getting the correction, it's about understanding the why. You can literally type, here's my sentence, and then you put your sentence, is this correct? If not, please correct it and explain why.
Yeah, and that explanation is key. It's not just fixing it, it gives you the grammar rule, the tense, the specific reason, and even how to avoid that mistake next time. That's real learning.
It really is. And you don't have to just do single sentences. You can feed it entire paragraphs, for grammar, for sentence structure, for unnatural phrases. And it'll fix them and explain the major changes. It's like having, a proofreader / grammar teacher rolled into one.
Right? And another thing I love is you can ask it to compare your sentence with how a native speaker would say it. Here's my sentence. Please rewrite it like a native speaker would say it in natural English, then explain the difference.
Oh, that is so smart because it really helps you sound more natural and less, robotic or like you're reading from a textbook, right? It bridges that gap.
Exactly. And for those who might still be thinking in their native language a bit, you can even input your translations for it to correct. So you're training your brain to move from that direct translation to just natural English.
Wow. So the impact here, it's not just about fixing mistakes in the moment, it's about fostering what we're calling permanent improvement. You start understanding, and then you begin to think in correct grammar automatically. That's the goal.
Yeah, your brain just kind of rewires itself. It's truly amazing.
Okay, Deb. So we've talked about speaking and we've talked about correcting. What about, building up your word bank, your vocabulary? Because that's a huge one for people.
Oh, absolutely, Mark. And this is where, again, ChatGPT just shines. Because, a lot of people, they just try to memorize lists of words, right? 50 words today, and then they forget them. they only read the word, but they never feel the word or understand how to use it.
Yeah, they don't get the context. And that's exactly what ChatGPT helps with. Instead of just lists, you can ask it for, say, 10 daily life English words with simple meanings and example sentences. Use each word in a situation I can understand. And it gives you those real-world examples.
Yeah, that's so much better for retention. Or you can ask for a vocabulary by topic, say you're interested in cooking, you can ask for words related to food and eating. Or if you're trying to express yourself better, emotional vocabulary words. It organizes it for your brain.
And what's even better, you can personalize it to your own life. You could say, give me words related to my daily routine, waking up, eating, working, relaxing, so it's immediately applicable, you know? You can start using them right away.
Exactly. And then after you've got these words, you can ask ChatGPT to quiz you. Give me a vocabulary quiz of 5 questions using the words we learned today. It cements it.
Right. And then once you've learned them, you can actually type out sentences using those new words and say, hey, am I using this correctly? Give me feedback. It's like having a constant check-in. You're actually, putting it into practice immediately.
Yeah, and for those who really want to commit, you can even ask it for a 30-day vocabulary challenge. It'll give you a structured plan, daily words, example sentences, practice tasks. It's like having a whole course designed just for you.
So the impact here is that vocabulary actually becomes permanent because your brain, it remembers stories and situations, not just isolated sounds. And you learn words in a way that truly encourages using them confidently in real life. It's not just passive knowledge, it's active.
It becomes part of you. You stop just recognizing words and you start truly owning them.
That's so true, Deb. I mean, it's about making it active, right? And I think that leads us perfectly into our next strategy, which is practicing real-life English situations using role play with ChatGPT. Because, it's one thing to learn words, but another to actually use them in a real scenario.
Oh, definitely. This is probably one of my favorite features, actually. Because let's be honest, a lot of people, they learn English from textbooks or apps, and then they get out into the real world, and it's like, whoa, this is totally different.
Totally. The flow, the politeness, the little nuances, it's not what you find in a grammar book.
Exactly. So with ChatGPT, you can just ask it to pretend you are a waiter at a restaurant and I'm a customer. Let's have a natural English conversation. And it's amazing because it teaches you that natural sentence flow, the appropriate tone, the vocabulary for ordering food, all of it.
Yeah, it's not just about what to say, but how to say it. And it's not just restaurant stuff. You could, for instance, say, act like a hiring manager, interview me for the role of customer service executive.
Oh, that's a good one for job seekers. It builds confidence, helps you with a formal tone, professional language, and really that fluency under pressure. Because interviews are stressful enough in your native language, let alone a new one.
Right? And it's not always formal. You could also just say, let's chat like we are 2 friends meeting after a long time. Keep the language friendly, casual, and use modern expressions. So you learn to sound natural, not robotic.
Yeah, that's crucial. And I've heard of people using it for even more complex stuff, like difficult conversations. If you need to practice requesting a day off from a manager or even expressing feelings to a friend, it teaches you how to stay respectful while also being assertive.
That's brilliant. Or simulating travel and public situations like airport immigration, checking into a hotel, buying a train ticket. All those little interactions that can feel so overwhelming when you're actually doing them for the first time in English.
It really does, Mark. The impact here is huge. It basically creates a full English world right inside your screen. You can practice until you feel completely ready for the real world. No more surprises.
It's like a safe space to fail, really. To make mistakes, get corrected, and then try again until you feel comfortable and confident.
Exactly. A safe space to fail, which is such a powerful idea when you're learning a language. And that actually brings us really nicely to our 5th strategy, which is using ChatGPT as your customized English lesson creator.
Oh, this is massive because you know how so many people struggle with those one-size-fits-all English lessons? You buy a book, you download an app, and it just throws everything at you, and it's either too easy, too hard, or just not relevant. And then you get confused, demotivated, and you just quit.
Yeah, that's such a common trap. But with ChatGPT, it's like having a personal curriculum designer, right? You can literally tell it, I am an A2 level English learner. Teach me a 20-minute English lesson for today. Include 1 grammar point, 5 useful words, 1 short reading, and 3 sentences for speaking practice. And it just does it.
It's incredible. It adapts to your exact level. So you're not wasting time on stuff you already know or getting frustrated by something completely beyond your current grasp. And it's not just a one-off lesson. You can use it for progress tracking too.
Big fan of that. You can ask it to help me build a weekly plan to improve my English, give me daily tasks based on my level, and increase the difficulty slowly every week. And that's where consistency really kicks in and you start seeing momentum. It's like having a personalized trainer for your brain.
Totally. And you can get really specific about your struggles too. Like if you know we always mess up prepositions, or you struggle with making long sentences, or you just don't understand articles like and the, you can tell ChatGPT that.
Yeah, be honest with it. Tell it, hey, I really struggle with past perfect tense. Give me a lesson on that with practice. And it'll give you personalized solutions, not just generic exercises from a textbook.
Right. So you're not just passively consuming content, you're actively building your own English learning system. You're becoming like the boss of your own learning journey.
Exactly. And that leads to honestly unstoppable confidence because you're addressing your specific needs, you're seeing consistent progress, and you're not feeling overwhelmed or left behind. It's truly transformative.
And this, Dab, this is where the magic really happens, I think. This is strategy 6, and it's truly the ultimate goal, using ChatGPT to train yourself to think directly in English.
Oh, absolutely. It's the holy grail, isn't it? Because so many learners, they make this silent but deadly mistake, which is translating English in their head. And it's why they sound slow or awkward because they're doing this double process.
Yeah, they're like, okay, how do I say this in my native language, then translate it to English, then speak it? It's exhausting, and it's not how fluent speakers operate, but ChatGPT can actually help you break that habit.
Yeah, totally. One great technique is using English journal prompts. You can ask ChatGPT for like 3 personal English journal prompts. Each one should be deep, emotional, or thought-provoking. And then you write your answers in English.
Right. And it forces your brain to form those thoughts, those emotions, those ideas directly in English. You're not translating a pre-existing thought. You're creating the thought in the language.
Exactly. And then a really cool one is using it as a thought partner. You can say, let's talk like 2 best friends. I'll share my thoughts about something personal, ask me follow-up questions, help me explain better, and keep the conversation flowing. Only use English.
Oh, that's brilliant. It's like a free therapy session, but for your English. You're processing complex ideas and emotions directly in the language, which builds that real inner fluency. It's not just about practicing grammar. It's about forming meaning in English.
Yeah, it really is. And another practical one is describing your day in real time. You can just have short, regular sessions describing what you're doing, what you're seeing, how you're feeling, and ChatGPT can provide corrections and improvements as you go.
That sounds simple, but it's so powerful because you're constantly engaging with the language in a very immediate way. It's rewiring your subconscious to process your daily life in English. It's like, building those neural pathways.
It really is. And finally, if you want to really push it, you can even test your thinking speed. Ask ChatGPT, ask me 5 personal English questions one by one. Give me only 10 seconds to answer each one. After each answer, tell me if it was natural or not.
Whoa, that's intense. But I can see how that would really force you to think on your feet, wouldn't it?
It does. It builds your speed, your clarity, and your mental reaction time. It's like a linguistic sprint.
Yeah, exactly. And when you combine these methods, that's that magic moment we talk about where translation just dies and fluency is truly born. You stop trying to translate and you simply speak because now you think in English. It's truly transformative, isn't it?
It really is. It allows you to operate on a whole different level.
So, Deb, we've covered a lot today, haven't we? 6 powerful strategies, all centered around this incredible tool, ChatGPT.
Yeah, we really have, Mark. And it all boils down to this. ChatGPT isn't just, a shortcut. It's your personal training ground. It's not a cheat code, but your classroom, your battlefield, your safe place, your future.
Exactly. It's about empowering yourself. We want you to start now, really. Take these techniques, implement them, because by using ChatGPT smartly, consistently, you're not just gaining information, you're getting a clear plan.
Real actionable techniques. And I think most importantly, hope. Hope that you can achieve fluency.
That's it. It's about becoming the person you are always meant to be. Someone who speaks with courage, lives without limits,
And never, again, apologizes for their voice.
So true. Well, that wraps up episode 17 of English Podcast Time.
Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. We hope this episode truly inspires you on your English fluency journey. We'll catch you next time.
Bye for now.